Okay, what up, y'all? This is D Chill back at D Chill in the discussions. So this is gonna be part two about the time of me meeting and hanging out with Jazzy Jeff, and him also helping me to get out of the institution. And later on, I was able to return that favor, and I'll tell you why. It might be in part four, and who knows? Just depends on how the story unfolds. So now things are kind of going smooth, but there's also tension in the dorm. And I was one of them that I just go with the flow. We're out there playing ping pong. I'm talking about playing ping pong against the staff, each other. I mean, Tate, man, he rests in peace. Him and his white dude named Fry, man, they would go at it at ping pong. I mean, the white dude Fry be diving, literally diving, catching balls that Tate and slammed in on him, and then he's diving, trying to retrieve it. And then if he successfully does, that cat would get up from the ground, jump back up, and then get right back into position with playing. Them two used to have the most fierce ping pong battles I've ever seen in my life, and they used to go down. And I really can't tell you the wins and losses. All I know is it was a heck of a battle. Because you got to remember, that was like 40 years ago, so I don't remember all of their back and forth because they had a gang of ping pong battles. So we all like ping pong, majority of us that, I'm talking about the black folks that was in there. And we'll be playing with some of our staffs as well. My staff, Mr. Gregory, Group Home Erstel, uh, Kirsch, um, his name something with an M, Tate's, what's it call it? Mr. Zimmerman, and this one white lady, I think her name was, do we call her Miss D? Goodness gracious, this white chick had cakes. I mean, big, whoo, like a sister, tall Amazon, like, goodness gracious, man, we all was in the room really doing our thing late night, if you know what I mean, thinking about her. She was a mess. Whoa. But some of them staff that I knew was getting at her. I don't know if they was married because I was a little town, but I knew some of them cats because I hadn't seen them lightweight getting at her. I know when a cat's talking business casual, and I can tell when a cat's putting his thing in your ear about, yeah, you got back doors. I need to holler at you about that later on because she was working with a whole bunch behind her, if you know what I mean. So, like I said, we're all competitive and we're playing with everyone's having ping pong, pool, whatever. We're just out there and it was fun that we're interacting with the staff as well as each other. So, oh boy, Mark was like the filthiest at pool. Like when all said and done, I was able to win either in juvenile or out there the ping pong championship. In their pool, oh, that cat cleaned all of us. Mark was filthy at that pool. I mean, been knowing him since I was a kid. I mean, he was always sharp, especially when it comes to money, mathematics, anything. He was just real creative, very creative. So one day, now this one particular staff that was really cool. I'm not gonna say which one because I didn't said all their names. I'm not gonna because they didn't shut they cell down, and I'm not trying to get no charges brung up on nobody. I'm just trying to tell a story about how it was as a little kid being locked up there at 14 years old. Well, we had a real cool staff. Two things he would do. Well, let me not go too fast, so let me stick with the one. He would let us wrestle in the day room. We would lock the doors, make sure the staff that are there with him were monitoring the doors that no other staff from Cougar, Eagle, or Mulot, those are the other um, uh, um, dorms, making sure none of them staff are coming trying to get in, or the dean, which was my partner. I'll tell you that a little later. So they had to make sure they did it right because they can get in trouble for doing this. Man, you know that we were literally in there having super duper real deal wrestling battles. And man, it used to go down. I'm talking about wrestling on this carpet, but it's almost like you're on cement, so to speak. So you get, anyway, let me just tell the story. So I'm in there, and no, not before me. Jazzy Jeff and this one white dude, they had win. They locked up. It was a good one. They was locking up for a minute. It was possibly a tie, in my opinion. Um, on a side note, later on, they end up getting into a real deal scrap after a ping pong game, and Jazzy put him on him. Oh yeah, he put him on him. But maybe with a little bit more heat from that little wrestling thing, because you gotta just wrestle. You can't punch. So Jazz may have not liked the outcome of that and wanted to really get back at him when they had got into it. So he did his thing. That's my big bro. He did his thing. So either next up was either me, and I don't remember the dude's name, or it was Tate. And I'm not gonna say this other guy's name because he might get really upset about this. I tell his government because certain people with certain last names you could say, and it'd be hard because, but this guy has a last name that's either German, Russian, something like that. So you know those names stand out. So we'll just call him. Dang, I almost said his first name. I'm not gonna say the dude's name. No disrespect. I'm gonna just say this white dude. So this white dude and Tate, they locked up. Man, they was locking up because it's all about skill and then trying to see if you can get your guy up. Cause not that wrestling as on the real wrestling. I'm not talking about WWE. I'm talking about them. We didn't do all those technical moves, but I'm saying we were wrestling for real though. So I don't know how Tata got him because all my life of knowing, and this is just my understanding, commercial break me, them South End cats have really been skillful from up here. They are really technical when it comes to, really putting them on you like that. Central cats, credit to my big bro Stacy Gosby, who taught me and my bro, and then we had showed some of our partners, and it was a trickle down effect that wrestling was one of the things you needed to know how to do in a scrap. Yeah, you can piece a cat in, but what if you get locked up with him? You better know how to get up out of there. You better know how to pick him up and body slamming, all that. DDT him, like Beaver did me when we did the WWE for the championship against him and Alpino, me and my brother. But we won the championship and took it back to 15th. But he did DDT me. It is what it is. So, like I said, back to the story. Tay no boy, they locking up. They going round for round. Because all you can do is just grab, try to hold, see if you get them in the headlock, see if you can pick a cat up. If you can't successfully, keep on trying. I don't know where Tate. Boom! Listen, man. When Tate slammed that boy on that thing, it felt like he slammed him on the concrete. And all he did was just hit, and we just heard a yeah! Ah! The boy got up screaming and turned red. It's ketchup. And went running like he's going towards Tate. And I almost said his nickname too, and everybody knew what I'm talking about. But oh boy, it was like, no, you're not doing none of that. You know the rules. You got slammed, it's over with. Beat it. Because this cat, he was real as they come. And that's one of the things he did. And I'll let you know he was real because he's working and we're locked up. He's not supposed to let us do this, but he was so cool and real. He let us have pastime, fun time, enjoy yourself, and go ahead and get your little wrestle on. And man, he slammed up, boy. He was so mad, hollering, but he wouldn't let him fight because he knew you lost. You can't. This is what happens. So next up, it's me and this little dude. Damn, I can't remember the old boy's name. So we're locking up, and I'm thinking I'm about to just because he's a little short, little white dude. I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm about to just rough him up. And it wasn't black against white, but honestly, we were outnumbered, so it wasn't like we can just keep go. We can go against each other. He had to mix it up so it could be even. So we just wrestled against, it looked like it was black on white because honestly, none of us blacks wrestled against each other. But anyway. So the point is, it was just a free for all, but it was fun. But so I'm thinking I'm about to win. I just thought I had it in my mind. He's a little shorter. He didn't look like he was cog diesel. Never really seen him hitting the weight pal like I used to call like Stat. I called him that. He know what I'm talking about. He does have a nickname right now or back in the days when it was bang time, but I'm not going to do that because I'm not sure if he want his info out here. But old Stack, he was one of those cats that was, I called him Stack because he can literally hit the whole stack. I forget how much weight it was, but to be that young, he wasn't more than 16, I was 14, and he was on swole. And to be able to hit the stack and the dude hoop like Jordan, man, oh, he used to just be gliding in the air. And so I never seen old boy on the weights like that. So I ain't got no problem. So we going, we wrestling. I lock out, I try to scoop him. He wouldn't let me scoop him. And then out of nowhere, he reversed the joint, boom, and body slammed me. The white boy had strength, love, corn fed. That ain't no talking, man. That's real. Them cats be corn fed and be strong like oxes. And he wrapped me up and he got me. So I'm like, I wasn't hot because he was a very humble dude and he was cool. And I was just like, you got me, you got me. Let that be. So now we kind of move along. Um, we've been playing ping pong in there. We've been having our little situations, but okay, that's it. So remember, we just had wrestle. So I'm not sure if it was 3 weeks, a month, how long after this had happened, but him and oh boy Mark, I'm in my pod one. They're in pod three, and it's kind of like a distance. I'd say probably about 20 to 30 either feet or 15 to 20 yards from me. No, about 20 to 30 feet away from me. So I just see something out of my peripheral. I just noticed it. And then when I looked over, it's my partner, Mark, and it's the same cat that I wrestle with. They over there getting them in their little pod day room because there's TV, there's chairs and couches. They scrapping and they getting into it where they take it all the way from there all the way back into their room. And now, mind you, my partner Mark, he was at the time he was a little dude. Man, I literally just broke from where I was all the way over there, full speed, up into their pod, into that room, and then picked dude up, got him off of Mark, slung him to the side, because I still had respect for the dude. I didn't want to just do him dirty. So I just had to get him up off my guy after I did my thing a little bit. And then Mark comes in, he takes off on him, and then I let him go. Because I'm like, I never been the type to jump no one. That's just never been me. Now, but if one of my peeps are getting done bad, I got to get you up off them. If I, at all, man, with all due respect, whatever I got to do to make sure that I get my partner to safety. So that's what I did. At the same time, I had respect and I kind of liked the little boy because he was a cool cat. Like I said, he was a humble dude. And I don't know what they got into it for, but I wasn't going to just let my guy or me just keep on doing him bad up in there. After he took off on him, I let him go. And then just like, we just calmly walked up out there. Well, I'm not sure who all seen it, but more than likely the whole day, the whole dorm, seen it, and they came and got me. The staff came and got me, handcuffed me, parked me in the goddamn hole. They call it the box. So I'm sitting in the box, and you want to know what happens next? Stick in for part 3, and I'll be right back with you. Again, this is D Chill at D Chill the Discussions. Like, comment, subscribe, and like I say, we ain't here to do no arguing, fussing, or cussing. We just here to have a lightweight, open, cool, honest discussion.